Well, if you've had a pretty ordinary day at work today or feel the need to redundancy-proof your career, then this next story could be your ticket to telling the boss where to go. A record number of Australians are now buying into franchises. There are great opportunities, but there are some real risks that you need to know. Here's Marguerite Rossi with the top 10 businesses tipped to be surefire moneymakers.
Oh, good girl. Good girl. Good morning, Richard. Which is Caroline.
They're living the dream many of us secretly wish we could too, becoming your own boss.
I wish I'd done it about 10 years ago, actually.
3 out of 4 of these franchises have made the Australian top 10, and we'll show you that winning list shortly.
Got to be a worthwhile thing to line your own pockets at some point.
The Australian franchise industry is now worth $130 billion and employs over 400,000 people. New mum, Caroline Jean-Baptiste, is a cruise ship casino croupier turned award-winning mortgage choice broker.
Part of the appeal was to get away from bosses.
One of the pizzas.
25-year-old Peter Cavadis used to work in Baker's Delight corporate office, but seeing firsthand the money that could be made, he bought a franchise.
You're running a business, it's this one's 7 days, so you're always working. The difference with me being the boss, I can revolve the roster around my lifestyle.
Good girl.
Stuck in a medical lab for 20 years, Anne Strickland is now a Hydrodog franchisee.
Can you imagine ever going back to working for someone else and having a conventional job?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Wouldn't want to do that.
Sick of working 14-hour days in real estate, Chris Newman bought into Espresso Delight.
I was always very committed to anything I was doing, and I gave it probably 150%. I think I just got sick of lining someone else's pockets with my 150%.
There's plenty of good systems out there.
Ian Krowitz's marketing company, 10,000 Feet, compiled the top 10 list. 2,000 franchisees were surveyed about things like support, financial guidance, profitability and lifestyle. Coming in at number 10, sleeping giant Snooze. 9 is Baker's Delight. Number 8, Chooks, fresh and tasty. Espresso Delight takes 7th place. Snap-on Tools, Snapped Up, number 6. At 5, home appliances specialists Mr. Rental. 4 is sign and graphic business Signwave. In 3rd place, Mrs. Fields Cookies. Mortgage Choice is the runner-up, and the national winner, despite all the financial doom and gloom, another mortgage broker, Smartline. So it's been the answer to many people's professional prayers.
But be warned, becoming a franchisee does bring with it some financial risks. For most businesses, you'll need to be prepared to live without a regular income in the initial stages.
The thing to be aware of is that in the first 3 years of your business, you're less likely to be highly profitable.
You need to be absolutely certain that this business is for you.
Money Magazine's Effie Zahos says franchises are less likely to fail than other small businesses, but she warns they're not risk-free either. You must do intense homework.
Just because it is successful for someone else doesn't mean that will translate into instant success for yourself.
Things can go wrong. Take the Gyms franchise. Internal fighting has taken some of the gloss off Australia's biggest franchise name, with disputes being played out in the courts. And there's also the chance of losing everything if your parent company goes broke.
It is a recipe for success, but it's not an instant recipe for success.
It can be an expensive recipe too. A third of franchises in Australia will cost under $50,000 to buy into. Another third you'll need between $50,000 and $250,000, and the final third you'll need over $250,000. But that should bring with it training, support, and usually all you need to set up. Baker's Delight, for example, will set you back around $450,000. Whereas Hydrodog cost Anne $45,000, complete with that little van. Don't expect the money to come rolling in instantly.
No, because we also, if we see a client this month, their property might settle next month and we're paid the following month.
And before you tell your boss to go jump, it is worth noting that to have a successful franchise, you'll need to be working on average 50 hours a week.
It is your responsibility to build your business.
They say success is 99% attitude, 1% skill.
You feel like a new person now?
Oh, I sure do. Yeah, look, every day is a great day. Yeah.
There's more information on those franchises at our Current Affair website. And as we've mentioned in the story, when buying into any business, always seek independent advice first.